Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing something that I have done every single year for the past 5 years, and this is going to be a roundup of 2022 Best of Beauty Skincare Edition. This is going to be the top 10 skincare products of the year. These are not just new launches. These are some things I've been using for 1, 2, 3, sometimes 5 years, and things that I am that obsessed with that year after year they end up making it into this category. So we're going to round up my favorite skincare products and the things that after a whole year of new skincare launches, new skincare products, and new things to me, still end up as my favorites. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching. And don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day, and that'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into this year's Best of Beauty Skincare Edition, stay tuned. Jumping right in, drink more water. You want your skin to look better? You're probably not drinking enough water, and if you are drinking enough water, drink more water. Jumping right in. First and foremost, we are now on year 3 of this making it in. The Foreo Luna 2 is UFO 2. This is not the Luna. Luna's the washing face thing. This is the UFO 2. It is a sheet mask. It pairs with an app on my phone. I've done many videos on this. It's a little on the pricey side. It's like $200 or so, but the individual sheet masks, which are absolutely amazing, come out to about $1.50 each. So it is a little bit of an upfront investment on the product itself, but then it is fairly inexpensive given that most sheet masks nowadays are up to like $6, $7, $10 a piece. So definitely worth it. It will use sonic pulsations. It'll use infrared light therapy. It gets warm, it gets cold. So really it is adjusting in the middle of this mask to make sure that whatever the mask needs, whether the ingredient needs to be heated for it to absorb into your skin better, it will warm up. If it wants cooler for pore refinement, it'll do that. It's really one of those products that I think is a major game changer if you're looking to level up your skincare routine. So I have noticed that there are like 5 brands here today in 10 products, which means I tend to have brands that I love. And I'm going to go through which products I like and why. I do have multiple in some categories, more than one eye cream, more than one serum, and you'll see why I like each one differently. So we're going to jump in as if we have gone through the skincare process. When it comes to cleansers, toners, and exfoliators, I have ones I love and I have ones that I rotate through. But if I have to narrow down my favorites, that is the thing I'm most excited to try something new, whereas my serums, I find I'm a little more hesitant to try something and really am a creature of habit. So we're going to be skipping cleanser, toner, and exfoliator because I don't really have any in this that I think are that amazing. However, for essence/mist, we're going to go with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Now this bottle is just about empty. We are on the very bottom, but I have a backup and I'll be opening that shortly. I absolutely love this for a couple different reasons. 1, very hydrating. 2nd, very anti-inflammatory. 3rd, antibacterial, antimicrobial. So when I'm done with my skincare, when I've been, rubbing my face, yes, I wash my hands while I'm doing my skincare. I wash my hands before I do my skincare. But you're still touching your face. You touch something in the bathroom while you are washing your face, and you don't know if that's 100% sanitary of a surface. So taking this as like a final mist over my face is my way of saying, any bacteria or microbiome that I might have gotten on there that I don't want there, this will get rid of. It is that amazing. Love it under makeup, love it on top of makeup. It is really that 10 out of 10 #1 product. Next, we're going to jump into eye creams, and I have 2 here. One that I love for during the day, one that I love for at night. You can use both of these twice a day if you wanted to. I prefer to mix it up. My daytime is going to be from Caudalie. It is the Premier Crew Under Eye Cream. Now, it comes with a metal applicator. I haven't applied this just yet, but you take a little bit out of the tube and press it into the under eye area. And then just using the metal applicator, you will use this to gently cool the under eye and apply the product in a nice thin layer. What I like about this is it has a little bit of a pearl pigment inside of it. So while it is doing all of the anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, soothing, and refining benefits, it's also going to have a tiny bit of pearl in there so that once you pat it into the under eye after you're done with the applicator, it's actually going to brighten the under eye up. So you will be able to use less concealer, and I do find concealer sits beautifully on top of this. And for those of you who maybe don't want to wear concealer, having that little bit of pearl will just blur the under eye a little bit so that lines will be a little less pronounced and any darkness under there will also be less exaggerated. For my nighttime eye cream, it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more nourishing. This is going to be the eye cream from Olga Lorenzen Skincare. This is one of my favorite brands. I have raved about Olga for years. She's known as the Acid Queen because she is the queen of chemical peels and liquid exfoliation. Oh shoot, I always forget what it's called, but it's in the gold bottle. It's in my bathroom, but it is her exfoliating mask. It is a 3-step mask. The first time I tried it, I thought I had chemical burns, and the next morning I woke up and my skin was the glowiest it's ever been. A red carpet facial, that's what it's called. Thank you. It used to be in the red box. But this eye cream is so nourishing on the under eyes that I find I wake up with my under eyes feeling plumped, not puffy, so that the lines are less exaggerated and it's just not as dry. I use this example every year, but if you crumple up a piece of paper, it's going to show the wrinkles in a piece of paper. If that paper is wet, obviously it's less likely to show. Same thing applies to our skin. The drier our skin is, the more likely it is to show off those creases and wrinkles and crow's feet. But if our skin is nice and hydrated, that's going to be less likely to happen, which is why oily skin, fortunately for me, ages slower than drier skin. And for years, I was super oily. So the benefits of oily skin, despite the fact that it's a little bit shinier than you might like, is your skin's gonna age a lot slower. All right, next we're gonna have our day serums. Now, I have 2 here because I love them for different reasons. The first is gonna be from Beauty for Real. This is the Skin Revival Vital Nutrient Serum. This is wonderful. It is super natural, no artificial preservatives or flavoring in there. So it actually has kind of a gross color, not gonna lie. It looks a little more yellow on camera. It has almost like a murky green tone to it. But it is full of soothing and smoothing ingredients. As you know, my skin is very responsive and very sensitive. The second I apply anything, you'll notice my skin instantly got a little bit of redness to it. That happens with every product, no exception. But because of all of the soothing and anti-inflammatory ingredients in this, it will help with redness and irritation on my skin so well. It is my go-to product anytime I've exfoliated my skin, anytime I've shaved, especially if I've shaved. I shaved this morning, and anytime I do, this is what I use to make sure that I don't get any little red bumps or any irritation, and it just makes everything super smooth. I also love, if I have a breakout coming in, I'll put a spot treatment on it, and I'll take this on top because that anti-inflammatory benefit will make that enlarged red pore or sebum or breakout a little bit lower, so it's a little smoother, so I can conceal it a little bit easier. And the next serum is going to be my anti-aging, and as you know, it's going to be the Caudalie Premier Crew Serum. This stuff is magical. I used to love the Premier Crew Serum. When they reformulated, I found it got better. It soothes, it smooths, it plumps, but it also helps with instant appearance of fine lines by making them a little less noticeable, but also that over time benefit. I have noticed my aging slowing down so much more. I feel like 25 to 30 was bad, and 30 to now 32 has been much smoother because I switched to more concentrated active ingredients in my skincare, mainly being the Premier Crew line from Caudalie. So I have one serum I want to talk about as kind of like my as needed. It's not something that you need to use every single day, but if you need it, you need it. And that's going to be the Olga Lorenzen Heal the Need Rescue and Recovery Face Serum. It is almost an oil not almost, it's an oil-like consistency. I did already apply this, so I'm not going to be putting another layer on. I used it earlier, but it is beautiful for hydration. When I lived in New York, my skin was absolutely oily, not even a question. When we moved to Florida, my skin got very normal, and then in Colorado, my skin was dry. And now that I'm here in Chicago, my skin's a little more normally. It's not quite as dry as it was in Colorado, but definitely not as normal as it was in Florida. So I find I need a little extra hydration. So you'll see my skin is not looking dry. It's looking very glowy. I've put on a bunch of serums and moisturizer, and really I have a full skincare routine on, but it's been a little while and everything feels very hydrated and nourished. And the reason it's Heal the Need is it's also reparative. So if you're somebody who finds you get a lot of dryness, flaking, peeling, itchiness, this will also help to take that down while using peptides for anti-aging as well. It's one of those all-in that, like, you don't need it every single day. You may not even need it every single week. But as you get into the winter and things get drier, it's one of those that I would definitely recommend working into your routine. And the last 3 Best of Beauty products are all going to be focused for the PM. This is part of my night routine. I do not use these every single night. I kind of rotate through which one I'm using, but they all do very different things. The first one is going to be from Kiehl's, the Midnight Recovery Concentrate. I have been using this in my routine nonstop for about 5 years now, and it is one of my hands down favorite products. It is a beautiful recovery oil. Most of what our skincare is doing is helping our skin do what it does naturally. Our skin, every night when we go to sleep, is repairing itself, it's replenishing itself, it's going through this rigorous overnight treatment, and skincare is meant to help our skin do that. If our skin isn't doing it, then that's when we start to see those signs of aging. As we're younger, more elastin in the skin, that's when things repair quicker and you're not getting fine lines and wrinkles. And as we get older, that skin does less of what it does. So if you're using the best skincare in the world, it's not going to stop aging. We're just slowing it down. This is magical for getting our skin ready by protecting the moisture barrier, by protecting all of that goodness in the skin so that our skin can recover the way it's supposed to, helping all of your other skincare benefits even better. This is one of those things that I don't see myself ever replacing in my routine. I will always have it on hand. The next two products each focus on a different ingredient, and that's why I love them. The first is going to be from Olga Lorenzen Skincare. It is the Lactic Acid Hydrating Serum. If you have been watching my channel, you'll remember last year when I spoke about this, it was in a different bottle. Same product, upgraded formula, upgraded bottle. This is going to help because of the lactic acid to lightly exfoliate dead skin, which means that your pores are going to be less congested. It's going to help with the visible appearance of your pores. Again, that lightly exfoliating quality is going to help your skin not be as dull. You're going to be brighter, more clear, and less pores. So 100% worth trying. And because it has that lactic acid exfoliating, it's also going to brighten the complexion like a lot of vitamin C does. It's going to help when you get rid of that dull, dead skin on the surface. It makes everything look a little bit shinier, a little bit healthier, a little bit glowier. And the next item and the last item for today is going to be the Pharmacy 10% Niacinamide Night Mask with vitamin B. Niacinamide, very similar to lactic acid, is an amazing ingredient for water retention in the skin, moisture, hydration, glow, clarity, the works. This is designed very similarly to that serum to help boost that hydration, boost that glow from within. Niacinamide helps refine your pores. In general, it's one of those magical ingredients that just helps everything look a little bit better. And when I pair it with everything else we've talked about today, it is that good. Now, I don't use this every single night. I will say I use this probably every other night because I don't want to do that much niacinamide or that much exfoliation. So I tend to alternate. If I do the lactic acid, I will then not do the niacinamide, or vice versa. You can, there's nothing wrong with it. I've just noticed that it's not really something my skin needs, so I tend to alternate. So those are going to be my top 10 picks for the best skincare of 2022, the items that I find regularly working themselves back into my collection. In many cases, I have several backups of each of these to make sure I never run out. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts down below. What are your best skincare picks for the year? Sound off in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!